Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media. And you see it. You see what we draped in? That big blue, you heard? Yo, the New York Football Giants. They are not only the best story in New York sports, they're one of the best stories in the entire NFL. You have a feel-good story for one, Daniel Jones. You know, Daniel Jones was a guy that was ridiculed those first 3 years. I mean, you heard everything from how could they take this guy this early to all he does is run, he can't throw. Man, what he's done under Coach Daboll and under offensive coordinator Mike Kafka, what they've been able to do with this young man is turn him into, first they elevated his game to being a very good game manager. He went from having 50 career touchdowns and like 49 career interceptions to this year having like 22 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. Dramatic change. Now, I want y'all to look at one thing. Go back. You can even look up the highlights of Josh Allen this past weekend and look at Daniel Jones this past weekend. Compare the highlights. Josh Allen is looking more like Daniel Jones of the past few years, and Daniel Jones is looking more like Josh Allen of the past couple years. And why is that? What is the common denominator? None other than Coach Brian Daboll. Coach Brian Daboll is a genius. Mike Kafka, gotta give him credit too. But Coach Daboll, I'm gonna show you when everything changed. Everything changed for this team back in week 1 when Daniel Jones forced the throw and in the red zone, which was a very boneheaded play. And when he sat down on that bench, Coach Daboll went up to him and chewed him a new one. Face all red and everything. Spit flying everywhere. And that was a moment of growth that we all witnessed. We witnessed Coach Daboll taking a moment to coach, and we witnessed Daniel Jones not firing anything back, just taking it all in, understanding he was in the wrong, and growing, letting us see that he is a coachable player. And that merger right there between the two is what we're seeing the results of. Here we are, 18 plus weeks later, we have the New York Giants with their first playoff victory in like over 10 years. This is their first playoff victory in over 10 years because the New York Football Giants they have now a great GM. They have a great coaching staff, head coach, offensive coordinator, and let's not forget about my man, Big Wink Martindale. One of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL today. That man, oh man, his blitz packages, his cover packages in the secondary, he's phenomenal. The job they did on Justin Jefferson, they made sure he wasn't gonna get anything deep. If you're gonna eat 8 yards, 10 yards. That's all you're gonna eat. You're not gonna go back there. And Adoree Jackson, the team that we got formed here in New York is something special that's happening here. This is reminiscent of those 2000 Giants, man. Predicated on a great pass rush, solid secondary work, immaculate run game. That's another person we have to give all praises due. I'm happy for my man Saquon Barkley because many wrote him off. Many wrote Saquon Barkley off. They said he was overhyped. He should have never been drafted number 2 overall. But when you have a talent like that, I don't care who's on that board, you have to take a generational talent like Saquon Barkley. It's almost like Bob Knight once said, when they asked him about the Portland Trailblazers, should they draft Sam Bowie or Michael Jordan? He said, you got to draft Michael Jordan. But then a reporter said, but you have Clyde Drexler already. What are you going to do about, you already have a shooting guard. What are you going to do about the center position? Coach Knight said, well, you draft Michael Jordan and you play him at center. That's what you do, because you don't leave talent that's generational on the board. And the Giants made the right move, getting Saquon Barkley. This is starting to feel familiar, Giants fans. And yes, we're going to go into Philly with our heads high, and we can beat them. We can beat them. We have what it takes to beat Philly. We have a great defense, a great running game, and Daniel Jones to throw over 300 yards, to throw for multiple touchdowns, rush over 70 yards. First player in NFL history to do that in a playoff game. He was accurate. They have worked so much on Daniel Jones' precision and not forcing anything. And Daniel Jones' ability to read the field now. The game's slowing down for him, and that is dangerous for the NFL. You have to be elated as a Giants fan, but this is danger for the NFL, because now when he's seeing man coverage, he's booking. Before, he was trying to force it in, force a throw. Now, he's blowing. He sees man coverage, he's running. If he sees you're playing zone, he's waiting for his progression. Boom. He'll hit you. The name Danny Dimes is resurfacing. He's earned that right back. And, jumping back to my man Saquon Barkley, you got to give him credit, man. I'm happy for him. Many try to write him off, but he didn't write himself off. And he's here rushing and punishing. So I'm happy as a Giants fan. I'm glad that we are doing our thing. We're back. We're looking good. And we can beat Philly, man. And if not, hey, this year, all we're doing, we're playing with house money. We weren't supposed to be here. Nobody expected. If you asked any Giants fan or any analyst, and you told them that the New York Giants would be playing in the divisional round of the playoffs this year, everyone, including myself, would laugh. They would have laughed. Now, man, all the laughter and smiles are from the jubilation, man. We some happy fans out here in New York. Let's go, G-Men. Big game this Saturday, and we could do it, man. Let's put some pressure on Hurts, and let's make sure that this secondary is covering. If we lock down Justin Jefferson and Hockenson, we can lock down A.J. Brown. We can do that. We can make sure Goddard doesn't have a big game. So let's go, G-Men. Beautiful performance. I'm hyped. This is Waz for Waz Words Media. Peace.